No.
31 is looking into some bold accusations tonight from the head football coach at Alabama A&M.
Connell Maynor says as long as he is head coach, A&M will not play the University of North Alabama anymore because of how his team and staff were treated at Saturday's game. Thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. Way 31's Brecken Terry is live in the Shoals to explain exactly what happened at the game and what happens next. Brecken?
Yeah, guys, Coach Maynor made these comments towards the end of his regularly scheduled press conference. That happens every Monday, actually. And it started with him actually misunderstanding a question from a reporter that was there and ended with A&M asking an alumni who posted the entire exchange live on Facebook to remove it.
This is 2019, okay? Not 59.
But it's because of off the field stuff that
Yes, sir.
there.
Yes, sir. Okay? This ain't 1959. We don't have to put up with that type stuff.
That was Alabama A&M head coach Connell Maynor's response when asked questions about things that happened at Saturday's UNA game. It started when a reporter asked him if his team will continue to play Samford, this Saturday's opponent. Coach Maynor apparently thought the reporter was asking about UNA, and that's when people learned about the accusations for the first time. We know one of his complaints is that coaching staff had to wear their credentials around their necks when UNA coaches were allowed to wear theirs around their belts. He said players weren't allowed on the field to warm up until 2 hours before the game. And he said one of his coaches got into it with a police officer who put his hand on his gun. We reached out to Florence Police, who work security at Brawley Stadium. They told us none of their officers recall such an encounter. Maynor said the environment was unprofessional, and even though the series with UNA is over, he doesn't want to continue as long as he's head coach. UNA students who were at the game told us they didn't notice anything other than standard game day rivalry.
Before the game had started, A&M, they were doing their warm-ups and stuff, and then after they warmed up and got in their huddle and broke it up, they were like UNA, and everybody was like, wow, that's kind of out of character.
One day after the game, the university's coaches show Maynor didn't mention anything out of the norm. Way 31 staffers watched the 30-minute show posted to YouTube. In fact, he called it an unbelievable environment in a good way because the band was so loud and A&M fans showed up in force. When I reached out to UNA on Tuesday, they told me no one from A&M football staff, players, fans, or administration contacted them about any issues. They learned about them through the Facebook Live video and news conference.
I don't think anybody should bash us. I mean, I feel like we came out there and with class and good sportsmanship, and that's all you can do.
Now, we asked UNA about some of Coach Maynor's concerns, and they told us as far as the field goes, it is standard protocol for any team, including UNA, to only be allowed on the field 2 hours prior to kickoff. The university also said they don't care where opposing coaches wear their credentials, just as long as they're visible. Now, we have reached out to Alabama A&M football coach staff numerous times today to try and get some clarification on some of Coach Maynor's concerns. They have not returned our calls since about noon. Live in Florence, Brecken Terry, Way 31 News.